Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-April 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Scorpio collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week. Talk to me, my guys. What do we got for Scorpio here? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get this first card out here. Let's get it popping for Scorpio, please, my guys. What do we got? All right, that card almost came out, but not quite. Let's keep it going. What do we got for my friends? I always like when the first card gets very specific. Okay, yeah, Magician here. Interesting. Now, this Magician does have similarities to the Magician in the tarot deck. There's a couple of, I don't want to say warnings, but there's a couple of differences with this card that we do need to take a look at because there are little aspects of illusion here. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look here. So we see our friend doing magic tricks. When we see the Magician, we think of creation, we think of manifesting, controlling one situation, which is a good energy to have. Maybe the Scorpio collective's power of manifesting and creating is heightened in this time. But like I was saying, this does have aspects of illusion, right? Where someone is like making you look at this hand, meanwhile this other hand's doing something different. So in this time, make sure nobody's trying to like pull the hoodwink over your eyes or, you know, show you a facade of some sort, okay? I always like to give that little preface when this card shows up. But we could keep it optimistic, right? Like this could just talk about working and creating the reality that you want. So let's get into tarot. I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff flowing. And with that first card, it never makes or breaks the reading. It's just a footnote, okay? Let's shuffle it up one time. What do we got for Scorpio, please? Guys. So, last week's reading was very positive. It was titled An Exciting Win, so I hope a lot of Scorpios in the collective did get a very beautiful win. And, you know, energy's fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take it how it hits for you. But when we have energies of wins and victories, remember that could bleed through for multiple weeks. That doesn't mean like if one didn't come your way, it's not gonna. But let's see what we have for you this week. And yeah, we could be looking at your vibe or someone else's. Always keep that in mind. Let's get you 3 cards. What do we got for the Scorpios, please? Okay, thank you. All right, so we're starting off with 2 very positive cards, my friends. We have the Ace of Cups in position number 1. Yeah, this is already feeling very exciting, just like last week's reading. And we have the Sun, the most positive card in the whole entire deck. All right, Scorpio, we're looking okay so far. I'm going to stay cautiously optimistic here, my friends. I don't want to get too optimistic. Let's get one more, but we're looking all right. These are 2 of my favorite cards in the whole deck. Let's get you one more. What do we got for Scorpio, please? Thank you. All right, karmic energy, 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, there's going to be several things for us to take a look at here, my friends. Okay, maybe waiting on something. Not always. Let's go through and do a quick, you know, overview of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get the juicy intuitive messages going. So at first glance, when I look down at this spread, it is absolutely beautiful to me, and I'll explain why. On the extreme ends, we have water, we have earth. When you combine earth and water, that's the energy of abundance and blessings. We also have the sun. So, right, what do you need to grow things from the earth? You need some water, you need some earth and seeds, and you need that sunshine. So this is feeling extremely just bountiful to me, Scorpio. So the coming days and weeks, this energy I was seeing last week could hold over. But position number 1, the Ace of Cups. Let's get a little more detailed here. All aces are opportunities, even this one. When I see the Ace of Cups, I think of emotional fulfillment, something that makes you feel full emotionally on the inside, which is really nice. The Ace of Cups could represent romantic situations, love, whether it's a current thing or a new thing coming in. Usually when we see aces, it talks about new cycles, right? Like new cycles, new journeys, new opportunities. But it could just signify one's emotions. So when we clarify it, it could tell us how somebody might be feeling towards you or how you might be feeling. So it's a super interesting card here. I like it though. It has a nice feeling of peace to it, as well. Like, that's the best way I could put it right now. Now, moving to the center, we got the Sun card, my friends. Like I said, the most positive card in the whole entire deck. It is connected to the zodiac sign of Leo. So maybe you have Leo placements. Maybe there's an important Leo in your life that this could be signifying. If not, when we see the Sun, it is that light, life, and love that shines down on us from that source, right? This is beautiful source energy. I will say this also, when I see the Sun, aside from the victorious, winning, triumphant type of energy, this card to me can also represent blessings, but it can also be revelations, revealing things, whether it's eureka moments within yourself or casting light on somebody or something, right? If you're going through issues and situations and problems, the Sun will cast a light on it and help you solve these issues and problems. So we could be looking to right, my friends. Now, as we press forward to the back end of this spread, this is where we get a little more interesting because we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, this is a big card that is connected to nature. For some of you, this could be something as simple as just representing an interest in gardening or growing plants in this time. When I see the Seven of Pentacles, it looks like someone who's just waiting, right? Waiting on those pentacles to grow, waiting for their payoff, waiting for their time. So maybe you're in a holding pattern. Maybe there's someone you're connected to that's in a holding pattern, like a wait and see. But the big thing with this card, and I say it every time it shows up for any zodiac sign, it's karmic. It is reaping what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. So we could be looking at karmic archetypes here. Even though we have so much positivity here, life is cyclical, right? It's all about the beginnings and endings. And if any zodiac sign understands that, it will be Scorpio, right? The cycles of life. So I'm interested to dive in deeper on all this stuff, Scorpio, because we have a lot of things. And I also want to mention that this could be separate areas of your life, right? We could be looking at your work, your money situation. We could be looking at your emotional, romantic situation, your internal realizations as well. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. Right, we're going to get a good shuffle here for Scorpio, please. What do we got, my guides? Talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yes, Scorpio, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ace of Cups. And if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Scorpio off this spread, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ace of Cups time. What's it doing here for my Scorpio collective, please? What do you got for us? Okay, thank you, Page of Pentacles, beautiful news. Okay, that got me like so antsy and out of my skin that I almost couldn't get the words out. The Page of Pentacles is beautiful. Once again, we have this water-earth dynamic happening as well. This could be a talk, and it could be good news. So just like we were seeing last week, there could be various sorts of good news coming in, exciting news, reason to be happy. This could be an emotional conversation as well. I've been seeing that for other zodiac signs. So in this week, a lot of people might just be spilling their guts, like telling, like, hey, this is how I feel, keeping it real, getting those emotions out there. Now, the Page of Pentacles is also a card of new cycles, right? Learning new things, you know, maturing in new ways. So when I see it underneath this Ace of Cups, sure, it could be a conversation or a talk of importance. But to me, this can absolutely be like Spirit saying like, hey, that new thing that you're working towards or that new thing you want to go do, there's a lot of possible benefit there. There's a lot of possibilities for you to grow. So I like that. This Page of Pentacles is good. So of course it could be something as small as a talk, like we were saying, an important talk of some sort or an emotional one. But this is just promising for the days to come, promising for the future. Let's go in on the Sun. Very optimistic. And I will say this, Scorpio, and I'm not coming sideways, and I say it almost every week because I'm very proud of it. I'm part of the Scorpio collective myself. Normally in Scorpio readings, since we are such an intense collective, some darker energies come through from time to time because Scorpios are adept at dealing with those darker energies and transmuting them and working with them. This doesn't feel like the Scorpio energy I'm accustomed to as a 29th degree Scorpio moon. So let's go in on that Sun card. It feels good and I love it. Trust me, I love it. Let's go in on the Sun. Let's see if this could be a realization. Why is the sun here? Thank you. Death in reverse. Yeah, that's the Scorpio card. And just as I was saying, it's like my deck is listening to me. Remember I said it's the antithesis. It's totally different than the Scorpio energy I'm used to. This is telling me intuitively, since it's showing our card, the Scorpio card in reverse underneath the sun, that we might have a little more pep in our step in the coming days and weeks. We might be a little more optimistic than we usually are. Right? Like we might be seeing the brighter side of things. Like I feel like a lot of Scorpios are going to be feeling real nice. If not this coming week, very soon. Like that pep in the step, it feels good. If you've been down in the dumps, if you've been a little gloomy, live in the now. I feel like that's another thing Spirit's saying here. Of course, we still have this massive energy of wins and victories, and it feels magnetic. Once again, another energy I've been feeling for Scorpio. The fact that death is in reverse isn't a bad thing here. It just feels like some good thing or many good things are going to be coming that you don't have to exert for. A lot of it's going to be magnetic. So we have the massive victories, the massive wins in different areas of life, and it's extremely exciting, my friends. It really is. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Scorpios are, you know, skipping along or happier, more gleeful than usual. Let's move over to the Seven of Pentacles and see what that's about. Because I will mention this, 2 karmic cards here as well. So let's see why that Seven of Pentacles is here. Very interesting reading this week, my friends, but I'm loving it. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you've been waiting on something, it might take a little bit longer here, guys, and it's all good. And I'll mention this as well, especially for a lot of Scorpios, there is so much potential to make a bag of money here. Like, there is the potential for getting the bag all over the place, like with the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. You know, a lot of this is major arcana as well, so there is a big get money focus. Like, get the scratch, the cheddar, the cheese. It looks really, really nice to me. However, there might be something, like, regardless of all this good stuff, the communication, the talks, the magnetic energy, there could be something that you still have to wait a little bit longer for, right? With the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, there could be big highlights on an earth sign for sure, but this is very slow, detailed, meticulous. So maybe there's a reason Spirit is making you wait for something. Maybe there's a very specific reason. Maybe there's something bigger in store than what you expect. Okay, like with the Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, it is a test of patience. Do I believe that patience will be rewarded? Do I believe it's a test of diligence? Yes, diligence and patience, and I do feel like it will be rewarded in the end, straight up. So let's go through and do a quick little recap here. I feel like there's positive energy bursting throughout this whole entire spread, Scorpio. In position 1, if you kindly look in the box, we got the Ace of Cups, we got the Page of Pentacles in the upright. So of course this could be a communication, emotional talk, emotional offers, or even an important one. But there is big highlight on any new ventures, new things you want to learn, new businesses, new jobs, whatever it might be to you. Just take it and run with it, because like any new ventures are highly favored in this time. Moving to the center, we have the Sun with the Death card in reverse. Like I was saying before I even pulled that Death card, this energy doesn't feel like the Scorpio energy that I'm accustomed to. So a lot of the Scorpio collective, a lot of us might have a little more of a pep in our step, right? We might not be as intense to other signs as we normally are, but that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. And I'm still getting this energy of massive wins and victories in different areas of life, and a lot of it coming magnetically. So just claim the energy and lean into it. On the back end, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So sure, there's a lot of good things happening, but for some specific reason, there might be that one thing that you still have to wait a little bit for. It could be a test of patience. It could be a test of your diligence, especially if you've been waiting for a little bit. I do feel like your patience and your diligence can and will be rewarded. And there is just huge money focus and money influx all throughout this spread. Scorpio, this is absolutely lovely this week. Please claim those energies. I'm going to get you one shadow card just to end this off. I know out of all the zodiac signs, the Scorpios love watching the shadow portion. So let's see what we have in the shadows for the Scorpios, please. Please and thank you. And it's a nice chance for us to really look within when we pull a shadow card, right? Whether it's shadow work of our own or just something we don't quite see. Let's see what's up. I mean, like I said, I'm a Scorpio moon. I like the shadow work, right? Let's get you one. What's in the shadows for Scorpios? Thank you. Yeah, 1111, beautiful. Four of Wands, usually a big card of stability. And I do feel like this does tie into that waiting that we're seeing. Okay, you might be growing a little impatient with something. The Four of Wands, whenever I see it, I always say, watch for the number sign synchronicities and omens from spirit. Your spirit team, your people, your angels, your guides might be trying to direct you down a certain path or even warn you about something. So when this shows up in the shadows, try to, stay cognizant of the signs, whether it is the number sign synchronicities or dreams. But this is a card of celebration. So in this time, don't over party. Don't party it up too much. It's also a stable, immovable type of energy as well. And there are connections to the home. There's so much in this Four of Wands card. I would say don't count your chickens before you hatch, being one of them as well. But since this card is so sturdy, with that Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles on the back end, like, you really just might have your patience tested, and that is okay. Okay, it might stay for a while, but that's fine, because this card also has blessings. Just watch for the signs, my friends. And Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab at the end of the Fire Air readings this weekend. But for April, I'll be running it back and giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's a brand new deck and it's a lot of fun to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which ones spoke to you most. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of April, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you next time.